Right? So go ahead.
Got any other question?
So what's supposed to be his right name?
Just
Messiah's
see,
right
they
name.
have ears, but you ain't listening. I just went through that.
The correct pronunciation then.
The correct pronunciation, as I went through already, Yah, which means he, and Hawashai, which means his salvation or his deliverer. Yahawashai, that's the most high son's true name. And there is no other name. In that time, that's the name that was given when they said have no other name. Not Jesus Christ, because as the brother went through, J is one of the latest letter of the alphabet. The latest letter of the English alphabet. Roughly 600 years old. So that didn't exist in the time when the Messiah walked the earth. And it didn't even exist in the time when Acts chapter 4 verse 12 was written. So that name there, there was no other name, could not be Jesus. Think with the maths. And the reason why, they go back to the Romans 10 and verse 13, the reason why also these devils, they injected such name into the Bible, because one, they wanted to inject paganism into the scripture, which I could show you another scripture where they injected paganism. You can go to that if you like. Romans chapter 10.
Romans chapter 10 verse 13. It says,
Yeah, Acts chapter 12 verse 4.
for whosoever shall call upon the name of Yahweh shall be saved.
And hey, these devils, they don't want us to be saved. You don't know who's your enemy. And you don't know the way it operates. You don't want the nation of Israel, you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians to be saved. So what he did is he removed the name, which is the key to salvation, the belief in the name of the Lord, the key to salvation. Alright? He removed it and gave you a false God to worship. This here is Jesus Christ. This is Jesus Christ. But the God we're referring to is Yahawashai, the God of the Bible. Alright? Go ahead.
Break it down for the scripture too.
With the color and everything?
Yeah, break it down.
It says, verse 14, it says, how then shall they call on him in whom they have not believed? And how shall they believe in him of whom they have not heard?
That's why you find it strange now that we call on Hawashai. I learned Jesus growing up. Scripture say what our fathers have inherited lies. Alright? Scripture say what to renew your mind. So now we through the Spirit and the Most High, we bringing unto you this renewing. Alright, this refreshing, this way of remembrance unto you of your true God. Alright?
I'm gonna ask you a question, bro. You're a Christian? What do you want Christian mean?
I don't know, you tell me.
What Christian go back to pre-coordinate Christus, they mean a follower of the Messiah. So if he's a follower of the Messiah, he's supposed to know your true name.
Okay.
You understand?
Another thing that is a Christian, the worshippers, the ancient worshippers of the Greco-Egyptian god Serapis Christus, which told them the first created, the worshippers of that god, they call themselves Christians. The worshippers of Serapis Christus, they call themselves Christians. And when they go into deeper study, that's where that term Christ and all come from that ancient false god Serapis Christus. Alright, so there's a lot of deception that they have our people into today.
I'm gonna ask you the next question. Which nation of people are first called Christian? Mark starting the one.
Answer you.
Alright, yeah.
Hey, you can answer you, we help you out.
This is the book of Acts chapter 13 verse 1.
What we tell you now?
Book of Acts chapter 13 verse 1. Now there was in the church that was at Antioch, certain prophets, certain prophets and teachers, as Barnabas and Simeon.
So Barnabas and them was follow the Messiah, right? They were the Messiah disciples, right? And who was these disciples? They were Hebrew Israelites. Correct? Correct?
Yeah, I'm listening to you.
Correct, right?
I'm listening to you.
Okay,
I don't know. You enlightened me.
Yeah, go ahead.
Right. Simeon and was called Nigar and Lucius of Cyrene and Minion, which had been brought up with Torah let's answer this by 10, right? Brother,
I think it's 16.
I have a little experience in so-called, before I come into the truth, I was an Orisha Baptist, right? I used to deal up with certain things, dealing up with spells and all that kind of thing. And you know, no spell, right? You could use English. They could use English to cast it, you know why?
Why?
Because English is a watered down language, it has no strong vibration, you better bring out earlier on that. They interject these words to take out the vibration of the power, because back in when Moses was around, when Moses went to save Israel, right? Most I say, I have heard the cries of my servant Israel. Look how long people calling on Jesus Christ. Why we still in captivity? Anytime Israel pursue into the book of 2 Chronicles chapter, I believe it's 10 and 14 or 7 and 14, say, if my people which are called by my name, possessive, if my people which are called by my name shall humble themselves and seek my face, then will I hear from heaven and heal their land. That the conditions the Most High does require to come and save we out of any captivity where we in. Any captivity Israel in, until we humble ourselves and seek His face, and that seek His face going into the proper image, name, that seek face going into all of that. So that all of that's what it is.
Mean his words.
Okay, good.
Mean his words. Come back to his statues.
So the Messiah, he came to save who? The entire world?
I was not going to answer that.
Yeah, just let me just deal with this first. Let me jump.
Right.
We want to get understanding.
69.
We commentate to feed the flock. Right? So one thing at a time. Let me get it say. We dealing with the question that I asked you, who first were called Christians? Right? And I tell you the Hebrew Israelites. Right? Which was the Messiah, who the world ignorantly called Jesus. I'm gonna use the word for you because I find you a little uncomfortable in your spirit. So I'm gonna use we know, we spiritual men.
Yeah.
Right? So we can use the word.
After you finish, I'm going to disclose something to you.
We can use the word for you, right? So read that.
Acts chapter 13 verse 16.
Yeah.
Then Paul stood.
No, 11:26.
11:26.
This is what I say, right? Acts 11:26. Yeah.
Let's look at Acts chapter 11 verse 26. Right?
I can go ahead there.
And it reads, and when he had found him, he brought him up to Antioch. And it came to pass that a whole year they assembled themselves with the church and taught much people, and the disciples were called Christians of Antioch.
Disciple. Who was the Lord disciples? Who was the 12 that the Lord chose? They were Israelites. Were 12 Israelites. The Lord was from the tribe of Judah, and they were first called Christian. Meanwhile, the word Christian means a follower of the Messiah, who the world ignorantly called Jesus.
I think the true term they was supposed to be called was
Hamashiach.
You understand?
Listen, the Hebrew.
That's the true name, but it was called Christians in Antioch because Antioch was Greek. You understand? So that's why it was called that too.
Yeah.
You understand? But it really have Mashiach because Mashiach means the anointed one. You understand? They was followers of the anointed one, or the Messiah. Right? So now to the question where you ask who's salvation for? Somebody get John 4:22.
Yeah, exactly. So you understand, right? All right, so we can go ahead now.
Jeremiah 2:23. Galatians 4:2. I will give you understanding. Precept upon precept. We're not going to try to. If it is, if we realize we bring our own interpretation, stop us. Right?
Book of John, chapter 4, verse 22. It says, ye worship, ye are not, ye know not. It says, we know what we worship, for salvation is for
Of the Jews. Salvation is of the Jews. So we say who salvation is of, who salvation is for the Israelites. And the Messiah answering that question they play. Alright, the salvation is for the Jews, the Israelites, you so-called blacks, Latinos and Native American Indians. That's the next thing, you have to identify now who is Israel. Alright, because Jeremiah 3.
Jeremiah chapter 3 verse 23. Where it reads, Truly, in vain is salvation hoped for from the hills.
From the hills. Alright, when you go into the scripture and you understand it, but what the most of us do sometimes, you relate to the nations as hills or mountains. Alright, so scripture saying truly in vain is salvation hoped for from these other nations, but go ahead.
Scripture go on to say, and from the multitude of mountains, truly in the Lord our God is Lord Yahweh power
Go ahead.
is salvation of Israel.
Salvation of who?
Israel.
Salvation is of Israel. Somebody at Galatians 1:4.
Yeah, let me bring out this Psalm. This book of Psalms 147, verse 19 and 20. Here what the scripture says, listen. He showeth his word unto Jacob, which was the father to the 12 sons of Israel.
Where's the word? Where's the word?
What's the word?
Where's the word? Where's the word? What is the word? He showed scripture says he showed his word. Because some people believe that the word is only the New Testament. Some people believe the word is only the Old Testament. The word that he showed unto Israel is the whole book. So everything that written, the salvation message, the promises, the whole word is to who?
Jacob,
Where?
his statutes and his judgment unto Israel.
Unto Israel, where?
Scripture go on to say, he had not dealt so with any nation.
He has not dealt with any other nation. Scripture says out of all the families of the earth, he chose Israel. Alright, he only knew Israel. And he gave them his laws, commandments, and statutes. Alright, go ahead.
Alright, in Romans chapter 9 and 3 it says, for I could wish myself were cursed from Mashiach for my brethren, my kinsmen according to the flesh, who are Israelites, to whom pertaining the adoption and the glory,
To whom what?
pertaining the adoption.
To whom pertained the adoption.
That's right.
Now, what took place? The nation of Israel was split. Alright, and Israel went into idolatry. They went into all sorts of spiritual fornication. So now they became orphans because the Most High said what? I shall say unto you, you are not my people. So now they became orphans. Alright, so but with the Apostle Paul coming now and saying that he was the apostle to the who? Apostle Paul was the apostle to the who? They're teaching all in church. Apostle to the Gentiles. Alright? And the Gentiles, plenty people get tripped up over that term Gentiles. Gentiles is the foreigner Israelites.
Stay on the salvation.
It says, I'll read it over, it says for verse 4.
I can let you know something after when you finish discussing everything.
Where that?
Don't assume it.
To whom pertaineth?
It says, Romans 9 and 4 says, who are Israelites, to whom pertain the adoption.
His kinsmen according to the flesh. That people now they say, hey, Israel is a spiritual now. Apostle Paul say, hey, all these things here pertain to my kinsmen according to the flesh, not the spirit. Alright, who are Israelites? Go ahead.
Kinsmen according to the flesh, who are Israelites, to whom pertain the adoption.
To whom pertain the adoption, the calling in again as sons. Go ahead. Which is the go ahead.
And the glory, and the covenant, and the giving of the law.
And the covenants and the giving of the laws. The laws, as the brother read, and the words was given and shown unto Israel and Israel only. Alright? And that can carry us further to prove who is the people that was the sinners.
So the question that I asked was who the Messiah came to save, and based on the text that you would have read, you're trying to, well, based on what I've heard, you're suggesting.
I'm suggesting.
So just hear me out. Based on the text, because you are putting forward your argument using the text, right? Based on your argument that you put forward is that the Messiah came to save the Jews or the Israelites, right? The Israelites, right? So if he comes to save the Israelites, right? Who then? So how can you know
Who are the Israelites?
Yeah.
Beautiful question. Beautiful question.
And how do you explain John 3:16?
Yeah.
Go to that.
Hey, just to select you. So according to your knowledge, right? Are you understanding? Right? Who the Messiah come to save? Because you claim he's a Christian, right? That means he's a follower of the Messiah. So who the Messiah come to save?
The entire world.
The entire world. So the Messiah.
Sinners.
So
Create of the entire
what
world.
is a sin?
Huh?
What is a sin? According to the scripture, what is a sin?
What is a sin?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You don't know.
What the scripture says.
Good. So you said the Messiah come to save the entire world, and then you say sinners. Right?
Is that right?
So you saying, right? I'm using your words, right? You saying, hey, I'm saying I can't block you. Huh? You saying the Messiah come to save the entire world. Correct, right? And then you say sinners, right? Sinners, right? Then I ask you, what's a sin? Say you don't know. Right? Give me 4 John 3.
Right here. This is look at 1 John chapter 3 verse 4. Right?
Then is the transgression of the law.
I'll read from 3 and 4. And every man that had this hope in him purified himself, even as he is pure. Here is scripture going to say, whosoever committed sin also transgressed the law, for sin is the transgression of the law.
So who can sin? According to the Bible, who can sin?
Those who transgress the law.
Who know? Yeah, sin is transgression of the law. Yeah, correct. But according to the Bible, who can sin? Which nation of people can sin? All the nation can sin, or is a particular nation of people can sin?
I don't know when anybody takes it.
Alright, it says sin is the transgression of the law. You say the Messiah, who the world God Jesus, came to save the entire world, and then you use the word sinners. Then I ask you what is sin. Right? So according to the Bible, 4 John 3 and 4, sin is the transgression of the law. So who the law was given to? That you're not paying attention.
Oh, where is it? Where is it?
You're not paying attention. But I'm not going to be rough on you. I'm going to be patient.
No, I'm listening. No,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
be rough. No,
No, I'm not going to be rough. You know
I don't
why?
mind.
Because you give me a hard time. So we're going to be patient with you. So we can go back now and show you who the law was given to and only who could sin.
Psalms 147 verse 19 and 20 again. He showeth his word unto Jacob.
He showed his word unto Jacob. Jacob is our fourth father, the progenitor of the 12 tribes of Israel.
Right?
Right? So the Most High showed his word. This heritage is us, our heritage. So he showed it to Jacob. Right? He didn't show it to the Chinese, to the East Indians, to the white people, to the Africans. No, he showed it to Jacob.
That's right.
You with me? Go ahead.
His statutes and his judgment unto Israel.
His statute and his judgment to Israel. Israel is our fourth father. He named him from Jacob to Israel. That's why we are the Israelites. He Prince of God. Right? Which you are Prince of God. Alright, go ahead.
Scripture going to say, he had not dealt so with any nation.
You hear it say it? You hear when the Most High said it? You hear we say it? We say it.
He hasn't dealt with any other nation.
So the contradict what you just say, right? You with me?
Yeah, I'm listening.
I want you to answer me yeah or nay. So the contradict what you just say, right? That you came to save the whole entire world. So the contradict what you just say, right?
What text is that?
Book of Psalms, King James Version, Psalms chapter 147 verse 19 and 20.
So the contradict what you say, right? So that means you're a liar. Fair enough, right? So it's only the children of Israel to sin. Only the so-called Negro, the so-called Latino, the so-called Native American, only they alone can sin. Because this law was given to them.
Go them again for me, please.
The so-called Negroes, the so-called Latinos, and the so-called Native American Indian, they are the children of Israel.
And,
That's
and also the confusion of faces. Like if an Israelite man going to the next nation and has sex with a woman, make a child, the child might be looking like a Chinese, but if the father is an Israelite, the child is an Israelite also. So also the confusion of faces.
Right, so only the Israelite can sin. So John 3:16 now, right?
It's the book of Romans chapter 3 and verse 19.
Read it slow.
Now we know that what things soever the law saith,
Yeah.
it saith to them who are under the law.
So who was under the law? the Israelite, you just read it.
When Moses went to receive the tablets of stone with the laws, who he went and presented unto?
The Israelite. Good. So John 3:16 now, right? You know the scripture by heart, right?
Yeah, must. But John 3:17.
You know, paraphrase it. Let me hear paraphrase it. We want to help you. We want to help you. For God so loved the world that whosoever,
Yeah, I just listened in here.
that whosoever,
Yeah.
Good. good. But we miss, right? We miss is that the word love is past tense. The word love is past tense, right? And the world in the Greek got three meaning. The world there is cosmos in the Greek, and also got oikomen and aeon. Oikomen means the whole inhabited earth, and aeon means an age or a time, and cosmos means the decoration or the stars in the heaven, arrangement of stars. So who was called the stars? The Israelites. So when he said, for God so loved the world, Isaiah 45:17 receives the word. Yeah, y'all bring it out.
I pray for them and not
Yeah,
for the world.
you gotta bring it out. You gotta come out to the church, go ahead. Yeah.
When I mentioned it, I the word love, past tense, right? In Malachi 1 and verse 2,
Yeah.
Mosiah again,
Listen carefully, listen.
word of the Lord to Israel by Malachi. I have loved you, saith the Lord. Yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother, said the Lord? Yet I love Jacob.
We love. Good. Read this thing out.
This is the book of St. John, chapter 17, verse 9. I pray for them, I pray not for the world.
This is Messiah who the word of God Jesus speaking in, and say he prayed for them. He prayed not for the world.
Who is the them he talking about?
Right? He prayed for them, he prayed for the children of Israel. Most of the elect were gonna be saved because 2/3 of people are gonna die. Right? So John 3:16 was speaking to the children of Israel, Isaiah 45:17.
Book of Isaiah, chapter 45, verse 17. And it reads, right? 17, huh?
45:17.
Alright.
Yeah.
But Israel shall be saved in the Lord.
But Israel shall be saved in the Lord. I tell you who will be saved again? Israel, the so-called Negro, the so-called Latino, the so-called Native American Indian. Israel is our father. We came from the man named Israel. So this scripture said, Israel shall be saved, meaning his children. Right? Go ahead.
Scripture go on to say, with an everlasting salvation.
With the everlasting salvation. Go ahead.
Go on to say, ye shall not be ashamed nor confounded, world without end.
Read it over again. Read it over again.
Isaiah chapter 45, verse 17. But Israel shall be saved in the Lord Yahushua Mashiach
Yeah.
with an everlasting salvation. He shall not be ashamed nor confounded, world without end.
So who's the world without end?
Is the word that going to be saved?
Who's the world without end? Wait a second. Who's the world without end?
Jacob,
Israel.
Say it, no man. You know, say it. Say it.
the Israelites.
All right. Say it. So, if they're gonna be saved, this is what the scripture is talking about. They're gonna be saved because who? Watch. Oh, let me be realistic, right? If when you look around in Trinidad and Tobago, who's the one who's suffering? Who's the one being beat down? Who's the one being discriminated?
Them dancing on the corner.
Who's the ones?
When I believe in the stress like dancing.
Yeah. Who's the ones?
Negroes.
Exactly. So who need to be saved? The East Indian man need to be saved. The Syrian man need to be saved.
But the East Indians are not suffering too. And other races are not suffering.
But they're suffering. Our people suffering. Our
It
people.
might not be.
No.
the
I
Negroes
talking
might
about.
not be suffering
I
that.
talking about on a large march, on a large scale.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It might
But
not
what's
be.
but what's saying? But what's saying? Our people need to be saved. These are the nation. This is their kingdom. This is their kingdom. We probably, our people, they want to save the enemy. And there's a reason why we in this position we in. Because we want to love everybody and disrespect our creator. Right, go ahead.
There's the book of Galatians chapter 4 and verse 4. But when the fullness of time was come, the Most High sent forth his Son, made of a woman, made under the law, because he was an Israelite, to redeem them that were under the law.
To buy back them under the law. Redeem it and buy back. How so? How you gonna buy? How you buying back something? That means that to be sold, right? That to be sold. And which nation was sold into slavery? The Israelite. You in church? Oh, you don't know these things.
I'm trying to figure out how. Oh, I don't know.
That's what you need to leave the building and come out here. This is the true church of the Messiah, who the world going to regard Jesus. This is the true church. Because we telling you what the Messiah, who the world going to regard Jesus. We telling you exactly what we say. We not like your pastor in church. Every time you ask for something we doing, we going to the scriptures and we edifying you.
At some churches, if you want to ask a question like anything else, we answer. At some churches, you actually have to write a letter. I was a separate school. Before I come to the church, I don't know them. You have to write a letter and put in an application in some churches to make a testimony. So what kind of foolishness?
So what church is that?
7 days.
You have to write a letter for what?
Point out that you want to make you want to make a testimony. Yeah? I have seen it.
Give me the James 4:4. Here they say.
James chapter 4 verse 4.
Here they say. Listen to say. Here they say.
Submit yourselves therefore to
James
God.
4:4.
Oh, James chapter 4 verse 4.
Here they say.
Ye adulterous and adulterous.
So who's the adulterers and adulteresses?
What does that mean? What does that mean?
Let me see if you're paying attention.
I miss it.
Alright. The adulterers and adulteresses is us. Children of Israel. Why we commit adultery? We leave our power and went to serve other power. Other gods. Different religion.
So we committed adultery.
Spiritual fornication. Yeah, go ahead.
In the book of Jeremiah chapter 5 and verse 7. How shall I pardon thee for this?
Yeah.
Thy children have forsaken me.
Who's the Most High children? Children of Israel. Alright. I want you be in the same mind, you understand? So you can understand where we're coming from. Go ahead.
And sworn by them that are no God.
So who the children of Israel sworn by? They're sworn by this white Jesus, right? They're sworn by Allah. They're sworn by Selassie. They're sworn by material thing. They're worshiping women. They're worshiping Shiva Ganesh. Right? You understand what I'm saying, right? So they're sworn by them that were no God. Mean they have no power. There's idols. You understand? Go ahead.
It says, when I had fed them to the full.
The Most High fed us. The Most High give me this heritage. He chose me to be his people. So the Most High fed us to the full. Right, go ahead.
Even that go back to when the Most High fed us manna in
the wilderness.
He fed us to the full. He rained manna from heaven and he fed the Israelites to the full. And just immediately, like not too long after he fed them to the full, he went and made what? A golden calf. Alright, they committed adultery right after he fed them to the full. See what the scripture is saying here? When I had fed them to the full, they then committed adultery and assembled themselves by troops in harlot houses.
You know what the harlot house is? What's a harlot house? What's a harlot house?